you to start a business in the rug industry of all industries? Why did you do that? What moved you to do that?
I started my career selling shoes from a little shop that my father ever started. I realized that there was very little room to grow, and I was offered a full time job in a nationalized bank. I declined the offer as I wanted to do something of my own where I could enjoy what I do. So then I started a deep introspection and tried to know who am I and what is my passion. And I realized that I am a people person. I love nature. So at the time, I found that there were a huge demand of the Indian carpets in exports. So I thought that I will start from this business, and I have the privilege to work with the people who were rejected by the society.
Did it feel like a big risk to you at that time, or were you carefree and just like you felt like you could just do it? Or like, what was the biggest challenge that you faced in the beginning, starting the business?
At the time, I thought that I must do the things which I enjoy most. And I never thought one day my enjoyment will overflow and reaches to the society.
How did the industry work at the time? Was it very traditional? Was it like was it fast moving? What was your impression when you first joined?
The first thing is that the whole carpet industry was managed by the middlemen, contractors. And since I started, I found that the middleman only works for the money and he exploits the artisan. And I saw a great opportunity by eliminating the civil. And after I started direct working with the artisans, and ultimately the whole artisan community converted into the big family who can understand the customer needs better.
Tell us about what happened. What was the reaction to you doing this in the industry? Like, what was your feedback when you started working directly, much more directly with the artisans than anyone else?
Yes, I was constantly threatened by the contractors and all my industry competitors and other businessmen tell me that Mr. Chaudhary, you will never succeed because you are a good human being but bad businessman.
How does it work now in terms of like, now after years, you have optimized this process of benefiting the artisan, benefiting the customer. Talk us through the supply chain. Like, how have you optimized this? Because it's a real role model in sustainability, what you've done. So tell us more about how it operates today.
Carpet industry have the most complicated and decentralized supply chain because we are working in the six redundant villages. But we make it simple by heart to heart connection with the people working at the different processes of supply chain. And second, by developing their skills. And third, treating them as the human being.
How do you manage to maintain this culture, like, this culture of caring and this culture of attention to detail when operations grow? Like, how do you make sure that, like, this can scale?
We were very lucky that some of the very senior partner of Bain and Company who visited Jaipur Rugs 6 7 years before, and they defined our core. They defined our who we are, and they coached us that how a company survive for hundreds and thousands of years who maintain his core. So now we know who we are and we are going deeper and deeper into our core. So we are only employ the people who are highly aligned with the purpose of Jaipur Rag, with the values of Jaipur Rag.
The majority of the artisans Are these all like, are they men? Are they women? Like, what has it also done in terms of the gender balance, I would say, in terms of empowering women, I think specifically that your company has been able to achieve? Explain to us more about how this works.
85% of the artisan is the woman. When I started this business, I realized on the very first month that women are more disciplined and they are very good caring. So I decided very early that I must only focus on the women.
Okay.
I have got three daughters. My first daughter Asa, she have a company in USA Atlanta, and she the CEO of that company. And my and she one of the most famous women CEO in the rug industry in USA.
Wow.
And my second daughter, she's Archana. She's taking care of the operation in US office. And my third daughter is Kavita, and she's one of the five top global designers in this industry, and she have transformed the society through her designs.
Do you feel like family businesses should actually have an advantage in, like, running business like that over maybe corporations? Do you think it's easier as a family business to conduct business the way that you're suggesting, or harder?
I think that most of the very successful business in India is also from the family business, because a family have a great loyalty to each other, family members, and to the business also.
What is it that you would still like to optimize? Like, what are the things that you feel should still change? What would you wish as an industry to see different, like, in the future, to make it even more sustainable, even, or maybe even more socially impactful? What needs to happen?
I realized in my life that most of the family businesses are driven by the profit, but they forget about the people. But I think the new generation are more conscious about their people as human beings and empowering them.
How far ahead do you plan with the business? Like, what are you looking at?
Our future plan and my future vision for Jaipur Rug is Jaipur Rug will be a global business ashram. Ashram means healing and transforming the society. And the second thing is that each and every artisan will be converted into the artist and will be connected with the world of design.
What's the biggest piece of advice you have for young entrepreneurs that are either taking over their family business or starting for themselves? What should they be watching out for?
I think the first thing is that they must be connected with the real ground. Because when the founder start his business, he only works with the front line. Just we have got two front lines: the front line of the viewers, the front line of the customers. I spent my whole life connected with the front line. So when the second generation join the business, they get distance from the front line. And Bain and Company research say that if you don't have the representation in your boardroom from the front line, you are creating the deathbed for your company.
It's very good advice.
And the second thing I would like to tell them, the business should be driven by the compassion, not by the greed, power, or control. Because the more you have the empathy towards your people, the better you can perform and your company will live for a long time.